Hey folks, and welcome to this symposium on the 8th of December 2022. Today we're going to talk about the software. I'm getting a load of questions about how to use a software relative to the rectangles. And so, the software is pretty complex in that you can make it do just about anything you like. And as you can see here, I'm on the 5-minute chart, as you can see now. 5-minute chart, but I'm viewing 4-hour areas of supply and demand and 1-hour areas of supply and demand. If I zoom out even further, we can probably see that we are seeing a little bit more. Okay, so this 4-hour area popped on. So what we can do to make this behavior happen is that if you go to the settings, there's a setting. This I go over in the configuration video, and there's something called greater period multiplier just here. Greater period multiplier. And so currently in the configuration that you can see in this video, we have, instead of having 0, I'll just put 0 there and hit OK. Just show you what that looks like. 0 shows us the supply and demand that has been qualified on the current chart. Okay? But let's say that you want to see areas of supply and demand that are qualified in time frames either greater or less than the current time frame. If we go back to the same setting, greater period multipliers here, and we change this to, let's go 2 times greater. Okay, so we're on the 5-minute chart. 2 times greater would be the 15-minute and the 30-minute. That's 2 time frames greater on MT4. So we go like that, hit OK, and then we wait a moment. And then it should, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing on this time frame. So what we can do is you can go back to the setting here, and you can say, well, let's maybe put 3 times greater. Maybe there are areas of supply and demand that are qualified on the 1, 2, 3 on the 1-hour chart for this time frame. And you can see there still isn't. Okay, so if we go again to this one and say, that was the wrong sorry, brain fart. It's the wrong setting. 2, we'll try once more, and we should start to see, yes. So now you can see on this time frame that we have 30-minute supply and demand. You can see it's 30-minute because of the color, but also you can just hold your mouse over it. And you can see here M30, so it's telling you what time frame this is calculated on. And we had this area of supply that was qualified. Price came up, tested it. We had this other one here, which is essentially the child. It's based on this area here, which tested this area here. Price came quite close to it, and now it's been removed. And then we have this one here, which was tested once. Price went through it, and then we have this one here just above. But let's say that you want to focus on the really big time frame. So we can go to the greater period multipliers and we can set 3, 4. So that's a pretty whopping situation where we have 1, 2, 3 1-hour and 4-hour areas of supply and demand. Okay, so we had this one here, which was the most recent one when price left. Price tested it, and then we slowly fed into it, and then we saw a reaction. We have another one up here where we'll likely see a reaction. We've got another 1-hour area here and another hour area here, both of which are nested within this 4-hour area of demand, as you can see at the bottom of the chart. And all of these settings are, they're relative. And so if I go to the 15-minute chart, it's going to show me 4-hour and daily areas on the 15-minute chart. So let's just have a look at that. Yes, so we have an area here, one here, and one down here at the bottom. And again, if we go to the 30-minute chart, it's going to show us 4-hour and 4-hour and daily areas on this chart, excuse me. If we go like that, we'll see blue and red boxes. We only see red boxes. So we've got this one here that was formed around here. Price came to it, we tested it, and then price left. Okay, so this is pretty powerful stuff. And also, Again, I go through all of this in the configuration video, so if you haven't watched that, please watch it. I'll put a link in the video, sorry, in the text below this video. But you can also go to the small time frame. You can also go negative -1. Okay, so for example, if we go, this is a good one because if I go to the daily chart, then I can see 4-hour areas of supply and demand, which is super powerful, because then you're getting this area. There was, in this daily wick at the top, there was a little zone, price went up to it, and we had about a 3-to-1 on that one there. We had this little tiny area here, price came to it, we came to it, we went through it down to this little area here, and then we went north. Okay, we had this one here, price tested it. Okay, there was something in here which didn't do anything. We had this one here, price came to it, we sat on it. Okay, and so we had this one here, price came really close to it, a little bit closer to it here, and then we started to turn away. So this is also really powerful. We had this one nice here, price went away, in the wick, price came to it, and then we left. Okay, so this is really interesting way to view the market, also because it enables you to almost perform an X-ray on the candles. I must admit, it gets a little bit noisy if you go to time frames any less than -1, but just to give you an example, if we go -2, then we're going to be looking at 1-hour candles on the daily chart. So this will probably get a little noisy. Let's see. Okay, not so bad, because it's focusing at bleeding edge price. But we had this daily candle here, we had a 1-hour area of demand, price came to it, and then we left. So that was a very big reaction, both on this one and this one. We had another one here that was tested. We had this one here, yeah, so you can see we had this one here. We had a 1-hour area of demand inside this daily candle in the bottom wick, price came to it, and we left. Okay, so you can do that if you like, but it gets a little bit noisier, it can do. I've tried to limit it a little bit so that you're not seeing too much noise on the time frame that you're looking at. Okay, my current configuration now I'm experimenting with is a risk-reward 1-to-1. So I want to move 1 times the size of the area within 1 period, because I'm finding this to be quite interesting. And another thing that's interesting, which I also use the AlgoTrader for, is I want to focus on areas of supply and demand that were formed within the past 20 periods. So when this one was created, it was qualified when this candle closed. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th candle after the close of the candle that qualified this area, we tested it and then we left. But what I want to do, which I'm seeing on the AlgoTrader, is that I only want to see areas that have been qualified within the past 20 periods. This is super powerful, and I think if you focus on most recent candles, not for example this one here, because this has been qualified a long time ago, but focusing on the areas of supply and demand that are closer to price, I think you'll find that you'll do much better, and so I encourage you to do that. Okay, and so there's also a lot of questions about how these areas can be used to create labels. And so what I'm doing, what you can do is that you can take the rectangle, you can go on the time frame that you want, you can go here, you can mark off this one. This is what Anders has been doing. And he goes to this one here, and this one here. He'll wait for them to be updated, like that. Then he'll go to the 4-hour chart. We'll wait for those to be formed. You can see there's one here, and we've got one here. And then go to the daily chart, we do the same thing. Got this one here, which has been tested already, and I think that's the one that's the closest to price. And then down to the 5-minute chart. And this enables you to see these areas on the charts that are much smaller. You're also getting the price labels and the volume as well, which enables you to quickly open trades because you know the stop, the entry, and the volume, which just makes things a lot easier. But again, you can do this by using the configuration. I'm just going to use this example to illustrate this. So we're on the 5-minute chart. We want to see hourly and 4-hour and daily. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the graded period multiplier. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go graded period multipliers. I want to go 3, 4, 5. I want to hit OK. And you'll notice that these will be visible on the chart. There's that one. There's that one. There's that one. And here we've got the 4-hour one, which is right there. Okay, so you see they're being drawn on the chart now. Okay, and so you don't need to use, you don't have to do it manually unless you want to see the labels. You can use the software to do that. Okay, so for Anis's specific configuration, I would recommend that you use this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this in the video text below so that you can copy it and paste it into your indicator. Remember that you'll have to change the private key because mine is going to be a little bit different. And there might be, because I'm using a development version, there might be a couple of other settings that aren't there. So, but you can try and load that and see how that goes. But I'll save that and I'll post it in the description below. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to leave it like that for the time being. If you have any questions, please do let me know. And once again, thanks so much for watching.